Hello world, I hope y'all are doing fine. My name's David Murray. I'd like to welcome you to Gourmet Fishing. On today's show, we're going to tie this little rig right here, and it consists of 3 loop knots. Here's one right here. This is the surgeon's loop. The one in the middle, that's known as the dropper loop, and the one on the end, the top, whichever one you want to look at, this is known as the non-slip mono loop. Now, this little rig right here, what is this for? Well, this is the GFJD Rig, or the Gourmet Fishing, obviously, Jetty drum rig. Yeah, I use this quite a bit, bottom fishing out at the jetties up and down the East Coast for those big red drum or the redfish or spot tail bass, channel bass, whichever name you want to call them. So I tell you what, this is a very neat, a very quick rig to tie up. So why don't we go ahead and get started right now. The GFJD rig, yes, the Gourmet Fishing Jetty drum rig right here. Let's go ahead and get started on tying these 3 loop knots. Now, what I've got here, I've just got some high vis orange monofilament, so we can kind of sort of see it on camera against my shirt, I hope. So let's go ahead and the first knot we're going to tie is the dropper loop. I like to tie that one first because then I kind of sort of know where I need to tie my surgeon's loop, which is what I use to put my weight on. So let's go ahead and get our dropper loop ready. I'm going to come over and just make an overhand loop, just like this. You know, again, no biggie, just like that, okay? Now, next I'm going to grab this side of the loop. This is the tag end, just like this, okay? Simple and easy. Now what I'm going to do, well, let's try it again. There we are. I'm going to come with this, with the upper part of the tag end loop. I'm going to begin wrapping it around the main part or the top of the loop, just like so. And we're going to do this, what you really want to do is 6 to 8 times. I'm not sure how many times we're going to get out of this. Okay, that's good right there. So that could be 5, maybe 6. Okay, so here we are. We've got our loop and we've got this little bubble. This is actually the tag end that's wrapping around my hand right here. Okay, so I want to take the bottom of that loop, pass it through, I guess you could say, the loop of the tag end. Let's see if I can grab that, just like so. And I did. Again, this is a handful. And over here, I've got a just a wood clamp, and that's just going to allow me to put this loop that I pulled through right here, just for the time being. You don't have to use these. I'm just using it to show you how I'm doing it. So here is our loop. Now I'm going to take the tag end, which is in this hand, and the main end and main part of the leader in this hand, and I'm going to pull them apart, just like so. Voila, there it is. That's the dropper loop. You know, again, with a lot of these knots that we're doing, the more you tie them, the more efficient, the quicker you get at them. So there it is. That was it. That was quick. That was simple. That's the dropper loop. Now, over here, let's get back to our sample piece right here. Here's our surgeon loop, and there's our dropper loop. I like to try to keep, you know, my weight away from my loop, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my bait as close to the seafloor or structure as I can. So I'm going to try to keep this loop probably, you know, 6, 8, 10 inches away from that. So that's why I like to tie my dropper loop first, because then I have a good idea on where I want my surgeon's loop to be. So I'm going to come in. Yeah, that's pretty good. Double my line over, make an overhand knot, just like that. Okay. Whoop, there it is. A little wonky, little work, but then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do one more loop right through there, just like that, and then I'm going to pull it tight. That's it. Again, surgeon's loop sounds like that'd be some kind of a you know, massive major knot. No, it's not at all. So come in here with our scissors, do a little maintenance, voila, there we are. Now I'm going to come in here. Generally, I like to keep this about, 3-4 feet long. And I can do that for presentation purposes. So here we go. There it is. Now, up top, this is going to be our non-slip mono loop. We're going to take our line, overhand knot, like so, just like that. Okay, again, not too hard. So what I did is when I made this overhand loop, I took the tag in and went toward y'all. So now I'm going to take the tag in again, and I'm going to go back through the loop right back toward y'all one more time. So I'm going to try to keep my loop about that size. I don't know what that's about an inch. Okay, close enough. Now with our tag in back through our loop, I'm going to rotate it toward me around the main part of our leader, 6-8 times, just like so. Okay, now that's not 6 or 8 times, but that's all I'm going to do for our purposes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that tag in and I'm going to go back through the loop one more time. And we're done going back through that loop. So at this point, I'm going to slowly begin to pull everything together and back toward our loop, just like so. And then come down here, and you got to do a little forcing. But that's it. There it is. That is our non-slip mono loop. Voila, there it is. Simple, quick, easy, everything. Look at that. Boom, no time at all. Heck yeah. Surgeon's loop, dropper, and our non-slip mono loop right there. Okay, so how do we put this in practice? Well, attaching this loop to my rod, a lot of times I have a bimini twist on my main line of my reel. So my rod. So what I would do is, let's just say that this is the bimini, my bimini knot. I would bring this line through like so, and then pull it through. Now I've got it connected up here, just like that. Simple, easy. Slide right through your guides, no problem. I'm going to take this out real quick because that thing might get in the way. So here we are. Okay, so now just make believe we're up here, we're hooked up. So what are we going to do now at the bottom? Well, we're going to do pretty much the same thing, but we're going to use our weight. We're going to run this through. Well, I think we are. Well, try it again. Third time's a charm, right? There it is, got it. And we're just going to run that right through our weight, and voila, there we are. Now our weight is attached. Okay, part 2, how are we going to hook a hook to this? Not hook it, tie it, secure it. Well, I guess if you wanted to, you could just come in here and do the same thing with this hook that we did with the weight, and do it that way. I don't do that. What I've got over here is I've got a Snail circle hook and another non-slip mono loop on this end. And this thing can vary up to, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7 feet, 8 feet, could be that long. Probably not, it can be a pain in the butt, but if you're fishing for mutton snapper, down in the Keys or in the Bahamas, you may need to do something like that. Anyway, up here where I fish for drum, I would probably go a little longer than this. I'd probably go up to maybe 3.5 feet, but anyway, doesn't matter. So here we go. How do we attach it? Well, we take our loop from our dropper loop, put that into our non-slip loop to our hook leader, and try to undo that. And then we just come back and we pull it tight, just like that. There it is. That's it. So here we are. We've got our bait is back here swimming around. Here comes Mr. Drum eating away. Boop, off we go. Okay, so we fought him and fought him and fought him. And we got a little bit of fray in our line. Maybe he rubbed up against some rocks or something. Well, so instead of having to retie, okay, well, let's just come in here and replace this leader. Have a handful of these things rigged up, okay? So toss this in a bucket. Maybe you can reuse the hook again. Let's go back to the tackle bag, grab another one. Look how quick and easy we've got this. Check that out. 1, 2, boom. okay, hey, we don't have to untie, we don't have to undo anything. Let's bait up and get fishing again. It's that simple. These things are, this is just a great all-around rig for, you know, for drum, for a red drum. Like I said, you could use this same outfit down in the Keys for, I know you could do it for grouper, but, you know, for mutton snapper, because they're kind of wary. But anyway, you know, this thing works great. I tell you, it's simple. How quick was that? 3 knots? I don't know. I guess I have to go back and look at the time, how long it took to shoot this. But it is so very, very quick and simple to tie. And the more you tie these knots, the quicker, and again, the more efficient you become. Speaking of knots, down here, improved Clinch knot. That's got to be one of the best all-around fishing knots there is. I still use it all the time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, God bless, and we'll see you soon.